Every Jedi faces the dark side. And it's very easy to fail. But that is the test. It's the choice to keep fighting that makes us who we are.
I guess it's about time I find out who I am.
Star Wars and video games. They go together like bounty hunters and carbonite, like ATs and STs, like twins sharing an ignorant moment of passionate incest. And while there's an extensive catalogue of titles spanning almost every genre under the suns, when it comes to adventure action games designed to be played Han style, there's far fewer than a franchise this full of lore and lightsabers deserves. Fortunately, Respawn Entertainment have holstered their FPS blasters and stepped backwards into a third-person perspective with their spin on a story from a galaxy far, far away. Fallen Order tells the tale of jilted almost Jedi Cal Kestis, whose story starts on Baraka, where he's been hiding ever since Order 66 was executed. And in true Respawn fashion, the whole thing kicks off at a cracking pace. No! After Cal is forced to save his pal, he finds himself on the run from the Empire while also being hunted by Force-sensitive Inquisitors. This sets him and his new crew of allies on a planet-hopping adventure in search of a hidden list of Force-sensitive younglings who managed to evade old mate Vader during the Purge.
I can't watch anymore.
It's not exactly a groundbreaking saga story, but it does serve as an explosive jumping-off point during an intriguing post-Star Wars time, not to mention it's also a perfectly good excuse to get our grubby little scrapper hands on a lightsaber ASAP.
Look at this! A lightsaber!
Aboard the Mantis, your crewmates have a serviceable amount of personality to keep the chatter interesting. However, the dialogue can occasionally skim dangerously close to prequel-level writing.
A Jedi named Eno Cordova hid something inside of it.
What did he hide inside?
Luckily, your voiceless droid companion BD-1 totally steals the show. Roll out of here, BB-8, I'm all about bipedal bird droids now. After setting off on your hero's journey, Fallen Order quickly evolves from a straightforward linear game into a broader adventure with the ability to travel between a set number of planets that you're free to explore with multiple branching paths. Once planetside, busting out BD-1's holo map reveals just how intricate the level design is, with pathways that circle back and reconnect, creating vital shortcuts that can lead you to meditation spots where you save your progress, regain stims, and spend skill points to upgrade abilities. Just remember, enemies will reappear each time you do so, which goes totally unexplained, but then again the devs are named Respawn, so I'll let it slide. Obviously the influences from the Souls series are strong with this one, especially as it's a sword-focused fighter. However, without that same punishing difficulty and a focus on action platforming, I'd probably liken Fallen Order more to something like the Tomb Raider reboot from 2013. In the same way Lara had to obtain key items to progress, Cal must harness his connection with the Force, which grants him powers to proceed through areas once inaccessible. Pointed out incredibly clearly through specific coloured doorways on BD-1's little map. I mean seriously, it is the best in-game map I've ever seen. I love this guy.
Okay.
And as the story progression requires multiple visits to most planets, you'll quickly get into a habit of noting locked off sections for return trips.
Can't open it.
While not a short game by any means, the Force is certainly strongest during these opening 6 or so hours as you leap and slice your way around Zepho and fan favourite Kashyyyk.
Glad to help.
The punishing planet of Dathomir is also available right from the start, but only comes into play during a rather sluggish third act. However, the way all these planets expand and intertwine their layout is truly masterful, showing off Respawn's knack for level design and action set pieces. I mean, wall running is just a staple for these guys now, but they have totally upped their game with Jedi slippery slide surfing. Unfortunately, it's the all-important saber combat that doesn't carry with it the same precision and control as Cal's more athletic abilities. Don't get me wrong, I will never tire igniting my saber and dashing headfirst into a fight, trusting my instincts to hack and slash at all forms of troopers and alien creatures. But try as I might, I could never fully let go of my feelings and get into a proper rhythm fending off multiple foes while juggling a stamina and force meter. There is lock-on targeting to help with crowd control, but enemy attack animations are clunky and hard to judge, and while Cal's saber play is certainly fancy to look at, it often fails to connect the way I was planning, especially with added off-screen blaster fire and constant hit interruptions. None of these issues ever really stopped me from attempting to learn and improve with each fight, but if I had to be honest, I was kinda hoping more for the delicate dance of Dark Souls swordplay, maybe mixed with some of Batman's mob brawling mechanics. At any length, upgrading and adding to your combat skills helps alleviate a lot of these issues later on. There's even a couple of great combat surprises later in the game that will have many fans forgetting any frustrations as they just wildly wield their sabers with delight. In fact, there are actually a number of occasions over the course of the game that feel like proper fan service, whether it's catching a glimpse of a downed Clone Wars starship, or the charming Williams-esque score flourishing away in the background. The whole thing treats the universe and its lore with respect. And it's examples like these and others where Fallen Order shows how it can successfully use the Star Wars license to heighten what are already fantastic moments of game design. Respawn Entertainment have added to their flawless track record by distilling a shipload of our favourite Star Wars elements into a back-to-basics, thrilling, very pretty single-player experience that is well worth your credits.